I would like to read Luke 1, verse 46 and 48. And Mary said, "My soul glorifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior, for he has been mindful of the humble state of his servant. From now on, all generation will call me blessed." This is a verse, it's a song by Mary. Her soul glorifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior. How do you think her soul glorifies the Lord? Because she is in a close relationship with God and she is able to see what He is doing in her life and through her life. Just because she was able to sense it beyond her circumstance, she was able to glorify God. As mothers, are we able to sense what is God doing in our life and through our life? If we are able to sense, surely we will have a heart like Mary to glorify God. We serve a God who does mighty things, and He is doing something mighty in our life and through our life. As mothers, how are we glorifying God? Let us have a glorifying heart, just like Mary, a heart which glorifies God for what He is doing in our life. Or as mothers, are we just able to see the struggles that we are facing? Let's focus our attention on God and what He is doing through us. And she rejoices in God. Are we able to rejoice in God, seeing what all things are happening in our life? How can we, as a mother, rejoice in God, seeing the things happening around? We can only rejoice when we take our eyes from each and everything's happening in our life and look upon to God. When we look upon to God, we will start to see things happening in our life through God's eye. How can we see through God's eye? We have the Bible to follow, and we can reflect through Bible how God sees us. This changes our perspective towards us and each and every one in our life. When we see things through God's eye, we will be able to glorify God for the things that He is doing and rejoice in all the things that is happening in our life. It might not be perfectly fine, everything which is happening, but we know who holds our future, and the confidence that we have is in God. And the third part, for He has been mindful of the humble state of His servant. God knows how her heart is, her humble state. She knows that God is there in her humble state of her mind or in her life. So let us have a mind like Mary during this Mother's Day, which glorifies God, which rejoices in God, and know where we are. Let us have a humble heart before God and happy that He is in our life, and everything that's happening in our life is according to His perfect will, and He is there to make the way for us. As we celebrate this Mother's Day, let us have this in our heart to keep ourselves joyful with the joy which comes from God.